I'm a stand-up comedian working in Bangladesh. When the organizers asked me to perform this year, I was very excited, because it's a privilege to be able to speak at this platform. And then I heard they asked other comedians as well. And I was the only one who did not ask for money. And I think that's a very fair deal. Because to be honest with you, among all the speakers, I'm the one with the least accomplishment. And we had a 9-year-old speaker this year. One half of the duo Abrar and Safwan. I learned 2 very important things from their talk. Both Abrar and Safwan are into robotics, and their scriptwriter is into Chronicles of Narnia. But jokes apart, it's amazing how such young kids, 9 and 12, they're doing such amazing stuff. When I was 9, my biggest achievement was getting away with gel on my hair. And hence, I believe in karma. So we saw a talk from Ms. Munira Rahman. She's the founder of Acid Survivors Foundation. Now, I don't know whether you guys know this, but in the last 15 years, more than 3,500 people were victims of acid violence, of which majority are female. And 99% of the attackers were male. So if you're worried that your son is not doing well in chemistry, let him be, it's okay. It's fine. On the positives, and it's not a joke, Ms. Rahman, along with her colleagues, cut down acid violence by 75%. And then the first speaker of the day, his name is Mr. Iqbal Habib. What an inspiring talk, right? Yeah, you can give a round of applause. Don't hesitate if you want to show love. You can show love towards me as well. Are you guys having a good time? I didn't throw acid at anyone, okay? Are you guys having a good time? Yeah. Okay. No, I want the attention, that's why I'm a comedian. So I was talking about Mr. Iqbal Habib. He's an architect and he's an environmentalist. He's the joint secretary of BAPA and the managing director of VT. And given his love for puns, he made sure that his favorite dessert is bhapa, pita. So, since he's an architect and an environmentalist, his favorite childhood toy was Lego. But he waited for his first set till he was 31. When it was available in biodegradable plastic. We had the pleasure of watching, this is called Mayer Doa. I always carry it with me. In case I mess up, Mayer Doa always helps. Thank you, Ma. Okay. The speakers who did not talk, Arel Krokerok and Sayada Gulshan Ferdoz Jana, although they did not talk, but I prepared my jokes on them. I don't want to go. Right. So they're the founders of Somewhere in Blog, the largest Bangla blog in the world. And after their marriage, Jana faces this one question every single time. So why didn't you change your name from Syed Gulshan Ferdoz Jana to Syed Gulshan Ferdoz Krokerog? And the honest answer, there wasn't enough space in the form. Now, given the type of work they do, their life is not like any other typical couple. Like every time they have a fight, Jana goes like, I knew marrying you was a mistake. I should have never logged in the first place. And when people ask them, so where'd you guys meet? We met somewhere. Somewhere where? Somewhere in blog. The next speaker we have, that I'm going to talk about is Farzana Wahid Shayan. And for your kind information, Farzana Wahid Shayan is not related to Ferdoz Wahid. And you can tell because she wasn't wearing sunglasses. However, she's in good terms with his son Habib Wahid, and they're releasing an album soon. It's titled Laptop Featuring Autotune. Then we had the amazing beatboxer, Muqtadir Dewan Shanto. When I walked in today, someone said, so are you the beatboxer? I said, what makes you say that? No, nothing, don't worry. But it must be difficult, being a beatboxer in Bangladesh. Now let's be honest. Every time there's load shedding and you turn on the generator, oh my God, Shanto's practicing again. Or say he goes to his friend's house. Did you come by CNG? No, man, in my bicycle. Why? No, never mind. It's okay. The speakers right before me, Manik and Ratan, right? Amazing cartoonists. Please give them a round of applause. Right? But have you thought how difficult it was for their mother to raise a pair of twins? So I got a call from your school today. Manik failed in his maths exam. Which one is Manik? Are you Manik? No. Are you? No. Figure it out. Honestly, if I had this privilege, I'd exploit it to the fullest. Trust me. For the rest of my life, I'll never work more than 3 days a week. I have my brother for the rest 3. No, it will be only considered cheating when you have more than 2 girlfriends. And for the rest of your life, you never need to physically walk into a studio for a passport photograph. You can always send your brother, right? Now, this year's, thank you. I think that's his school teacher, Manik. Anyway, so this year's talk is very special because it champions the youth brigade. And one of them is Mr. Shehzad Noor Taus, a software developer and an entrepreneur. So when I was watching his talk, this particular thing stuck with me. He said software innovation consists of 2 things. First, writing the code so that you can build the software. Secondly, innovating so that you can use computer technology to help real-world problems. Which means people always turn up to him with problems. Taus bhai, I'm in love with this girl Shumi. But she doesn't like me. It's okay, man. Accept it and don't do anything crazy. Because if you do, you'll have to speak with Monira Rahman instead of me. And you know how in Bangladesh, if you have a doctor in the family, you always try to exploit it? Can you imagine when you have a software innovator in your family? Baba, you know my son does not study. What can we do about it? Now he's expecting him to build a software so that because his son doesn't study. The next speaker that I'm going to talk about is Mr. Munem Wasif, an eminent documentary photographer. I was chatting with him outside and I asked him that, what's your biggest achievement? He said, doing photography for 10 years, number of selfies, 0. As a kid, he wanted to become a pilot. But then he was allergic to nuts, peanuts, and artificial juice. And then in his teens, all his peers wanted to become like musician, cricketer, film star. He wanted to become a gynecologist. And then when he grew up, he wanted to become a weightlifter. And hence he became a photographer. The last speaker that I'm going to talk about, please forgive my ignorance, but when I heard that we have a speaker named Tanzim, I thought she is going to talk about jeans and t-shirt. No, but then I was blown away when I saw that you can use computer technology to aid mental health. Did you know that 6% of the world population are pathological liars? You can never trust that figure, though. And coincidentally, all of them are politicians. But on a personal level, I would like to thank her for her work. And I'm not saying this because I'm standing here and it's my responsibility or it's expected from me that I'll say good things about the speaker. But I'm saying this because you have someone who suffers from social anxiety disorder entertaining all of you here today. Thank you so much.